You heard me? Y'all already know what time of day it is, man. This your boy Jigg, started truth, you heard me? Rocking with No Z.
This episode is brought to you by the Loyalty Club, one of the hottest brands out, where they keep their items limited and only for the loyal few. Check us out online at theloyaltyclub.us, or if you're in the New Orleans area, you can check us out at our flagship store, 841 Fulton Street. You already know what time it is. Only for the loyal few, club ties.
Okay, so you know we already did an interview before. We about to ask all them same questions and everything.
Nah. If anybody knew, man, that watched my interviews, I don't like to talk about the same shit no way. You know what I'm saying? I really lived it. I had a lot of things I did throughout these 27 years I've been in the game, so I got so much to talk about, it's ridiculous.
Gotcha. So, you come home, they were back on your same, yee. So, we having a little, controversy right now with all that, so I want you to kind of, explain what's going on with that.
It ain't really controversy, but I like it the way they guide it. You see what I'm saying? If you know, then that's different. You see what I'm saying? For the ones that don't know, it's the outside people who speaking. Downtown niggas feeling like, hey, the nigga Jigg stole Ride 49 yee. West Bank and Uptown niggas like, shit, Jigg been doing that. You hear me? I been snapped that. I'm talking about 98. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like, I was a nigga who couldn't whistle. A motherfucker be way up the street. I couldn't whistle, son, for whatever reason, you heard me? So I was trying to think of something that was gonna catch niggas' attention. My people going to the store and I really couldn't catch up with the boy because I wanted them to get me something from that bitch. So a nigga said, yeah. Everybody that was down that bitch in the project turned around. I've been fucking with that ever since. You know what I'm saying? So it was more than just a saying how everybody got it now. And at the same time, shout out to Ride 49, man, for taking my shit nationwide, you heard, because they know one thing. They either call me Uncle Jigg or Uncle Yee. Straight like that.
So, far as my knowledge of just the Yee. So, when I first heard it, I heard it from dudes across Canal and like Kevin Gacy. They stamped it on the song.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, before Ride 49, it was YD the Illest said it on the song. But when I posted Rob 49, I got the city saying it. I actually haven't heard Rob say it after that song, but I thought he said yeet yeet. And also across Canal, he just said yeet one time.
It's a trending thing that's coming from the boot. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people holler at me because, I'm just coming home off my third show, so I always had a jack tapping into the streets, so nigga keep me posted on who doing what. And that was the first words I heard. They were like, man, hey man, that nigga YG Dealers using your shit. Hey man, Ride 49 using your shit. Hey man, the dudes in Baton Rouge using your shit. Me, I ain't never flex about nothing. You see what I'm saying? I always had receipts to it. If you know, I ain't really got nothing to prove to nobody. You see what I'm saying? I always stood on business and niggas really wanted me to go at them dudes or whatever. I'm like, man, that's the little homies. You know what I'm saying? I really would have plexed up or went for bad if it was a nigga out of town. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga from my city, never. Let them dudes do their diddy bop, man. But at the end of the day, I ain't about to stop doing it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I went at Sexy Red Top on her beat. Did the same cover and everything, you know what I'm saying? And when I come on that bitch, I'm like, man, somebody tell that bitch Sexy Red, you heard me? She can have that ski, but don't fuck with that yee. Don't fuck with that.
That's how you feel?
Man, don't fuck with that.
But even that word ski yee is one New Orleans slang.
Most definitely. They stole that too. But you gotta think, they ain't just started with that, man. They been stealing from us for years. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was funny to me to hear Future them and a couple other people say dog food. And this was years ago. You know what I'm saying? They know where they come from. There's a whole bunch of things. They've been doing that since Master P days, since Cash Money days.
Well, speaking on, all them trends and saying things like that, I've been asking people this question. Do you think New Orleans will ever get back to the way and when we become trendsetters again, because you know, the internet changed everything. So now everybody calling each other bro, saying no cap. People ain't saying nothing shy no more. We not using none of the New Orleans slang no more.
It's like this here, and nobody pay attention to it. Just the word by itself, follow. That bitch detrimental to the whole world right now on some shit. You'd be surprised what a motherfucker do for followers. You see what I'm saying? Everybody following the following. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about all kind of shit, man. I done had motherfuckers come to me like on some other shit, like just to post their shit. They want me to put their shit on. I'm gonna give you some bread to post my shit. Bitches even trying to up pussy for this here. Run my numbers up. Oh, you be with so and so and them. You this, that, and the third, man, or whatever. Behind the follower.
And have you took some over it?
Nah, I don't play them type of game. I should have though. Because I'm just coming out just so I ain't know it was that easy. And I'm like, man, what you on? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking everybody got a hidden agenda, got something going on, you dig? So I'm like, damn, they fucked up like that? I've been gone almost 8 years. So when I come back and see what people on, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, you know,
we come from a different era, dog, to where you didn't stick out unless you did your own thing. So that's where the trend-setting shit came from. You're going to come up with your own slang, the way you rock, do whatever, because for years, I support a lot of rappers, but I never listened to them. And I'm going to always say that because I never want to sound like them. Back in the Gap, a lot of niggas used to want to sound like them up north niggas. This following shit ain't just started. But they also had the ones who was out there standing on business with the trend setting, like, bitch, I did that. You see what I'm saying? Their own slang, their own type of ebonics, whatever they did, the way they dressed, the way they carried themselves, period. And just him and his circle did that. Or him in his section of that ward. You see what I'm saying? Now, shit, let a motherfucker do something. That word trending just went, trending is viral now. And I ain't saying it went viral. That's the new meaning. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone trying to go viral.
Everybody trying to go viral.
And speaking of just all that, you know, people will actually sell their soul for some followers.
Man.
They don't care. They just, people just, like, they don't want the money. They just want the popularity. And, like, that's, you know, but the internet, you could be you could be something that you probably ain't ever, like in the streets of nowhere. But on the internet, you could be this biggest person. You can be this gangster. You can be what you want to be on the internet.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of,
you know, they got some
gangsters. You know, I come from the era where it wasn't no internet. You know what I'm saying? I tell a lot of artists when they come to me now, I'm like, man, what you was doing before the internet came out? If you was doing music then, you see what I'm saying? Whatever you doing, it ain't even had to be music, but whatever you was doing before the internet came out, that's what you need to be pursuing too. Plus capitalizing off of the internet because niggas don't do that shit now.
You know what? And I think the game a little messed up too now because there's so many artists now because the internet is the internet. It's like they don't realize you got to put money behind this for real.
Boy, like, everybody trying to come on new money, man.
Everybody think it's free and they actually get their feelings hurt.
A lot of rappers, if they had to go through the shit we went through, coming up and paying all this, niggas wouldn't even be rapping, man.
They probably wouldn't have a music video.
Man, niggas wouldn't be rapping.
I don't think they realized how much music videos was back in the day.
Man, we ain't paid nothing under $1,000, man. Niggas just be putting together like that bitch was a half or something, man. We going half on this bitch. You heard me? You got niggas in the hood gonna drop that bag on you, heard me? And then y'all gonna go, yeah, we gonna do this. At that point in time, you had to get with somebody. Don't give a fuck if it was Big Boy Records, Mobile Joe.
Yeah, somebody
you gonna get with somebody who got a little bag that's bigger than yours, or a nigga that's hustling out the hood because I can't afford that shit.
Gotcha. So, you know, mentioning, I'm like Mobile Joe Records and everybody like that. Let's bring it to the West Bank on this interview. Like, you know, because you know, people don't get a West Bank they credit. Like from Avondale to Algiers. Like, you know,
to the Fisher, baby.
Because, you know, I didn't realize, you know, if I interviewed, I'm like, Bust Down after you. I didn't even know Bust Down was from Lancashire.
You didn't know that?
But you know, Bust Down was like the only person in like the 90s to go platinum. And he told me I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And like, he also told me that Luke signed him and jacked him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So like,
Tim Smooth told me about that. Like, you know, he felt some type of way because him and Bust Down was running hard. He was like, man, nigga played on my dog, man. Luke and them trying to get the boy. Them nigga were plotting on some other shit.
Because Tim told me Smooth about rappers. Like, Tim got some stories, Emily.
Did he?
Man. long live Tim Smooth, man.
Hey, man, I was on some other shit about that Rap a Lot shit, because I was around then hard. You know what I'm saying? When he did that Rap a Lot deal, man.
Shout out China Black, man. He came to China Black studio and came tell us a story. I'm like, wow, he just told us stories. And it was like a few months before he died.
Hey, niggas in Kennedy Heights wasn't feeling that shit. Back in the Gap, boy, the boy tried to go see them niggas that Rap a Lot. I ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Only one we respected was Face. Face pull up in Kennedy Heights, man, in the black bands. Come stomp with a nigga.
So, I got this, people don't talk about this. I was just watching
Who that?
Reels, but I'm like America's Most Evil. And you actually ran through the Magnolia, Cali, Uptown, everything like that.
Wow.
But there's this place on the West Bank that made America's Most Evil, and you actually know a lot of them. Harvey Hustlers. So I want you to speak on.
That's crazy.
Like, because I'm pretty sure you had a real relationship with Dave and Rob.
With Dave and Rob and their little brother Bub, man.
And shout out.
Like,
but I want you to
run
like what
what
Harvey Hustlers meant to the West Bank, into the city, because they have a name.
Man, that shit was worse than that bitch was like a gang, like how Cali see Bloods and Crips, the real ones. Not niggas that just run around with the rag in their hand. Like, that shit had, like, organized crime. And reckless crime. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't give a fuck. But they were, you know what I'm saying? David was taking care of people. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of inside shit go on, but that's just like an inner circle. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna feel some type of way about something, and then that's when the cookie crumbled. But before it went down and everybody was doing their thiggity, yeah, them bitches were like a little mob, you hear me?
So I want you to ask you this question, because people don't talk about this and mention these people's names. Like, what's your craziest story that you got on Dave, aka Mr. Harvey?
One day, me and this nigga, I hooked him up with DJ Super Mike in Baton Rouge. He had just started rapping. He couldn't rap when he first started. I wanted to tell him so bad, but he down there like kin to me or whatever. But I wanted to tell him, son, you so trash. You heard me? So he was like, man, you gonna take me out there by your boy and them? Because I was out there messing with Fiend and KLC and them or whatever. I'm like, yeah, man, but we gotta sharpen your music up or whatever. You got bread, but your rapping skills ain't shit or whatever. So we shot out there and we getting ready to go. I'm talking about soon we got the Blue Bayou. He forgot something and felt like he had to have that just to go in front of the man. I don't know if it was his chains or whatever it was. We turned all the way around, you hear me? So I told the nigga, hey, I need to stop by my mama right quick or whatever. Man, I went in that bitch, ain't never come back out. He was mad as a motherfucker with me, man. He's like, man, that bitch Jigg ain't shit. I was like, cuz, you gotta get it together, man. I even called her Rob, so me and your brother fucked up, man. He fucked up, man, but he was doing his thing. And I took him out there to fuck with DJ Drum and them. And Rocco and them. Homer was 1,000, bro.
I created his MySpace in the trailer and everything. And he just telling me all the stories about the graveyard across the street from him. I said, man,
that's where we used to hang at in the graveyard.
This probably would have been the craziest interview I probably would ever did if I was doing interviews back in the day. But
I was like, dawg, this some weird shit, my nigga. Me, him, Mark Addison, Rob, and a few other little youngsters who used to be following us or whatever. That's where we used to go hang on the backside. The back road is right there in between the graveyard, and then another back road, and then Yard Street on top of Garden Road. We used to just hang in the graveyard, get loaded. And he used to always say he getting his dead partners loaded. I said, man, something ain't just right. Something ain't right about it.
Yeah, he used to have like deeper, he used to have deeper conversations that just go left. Like, why are you talking about this right
make
now?
no sense. You know what I'm saying?
But I just think he was fighting his demons, and he lived who he wanted to be.
He definitely did. Like, if he put his mind to something and say he was gonna do it, he ain't give a fuck what you thought. That bitch still gonna do it. I just had to pull him to the side a bunch of times. Like, hey man, you gotta do that shit like this. Do that shit like that.
But I ain't gonna lie to you.
He ain't know how to rap and stay on beat or nothing.
I think he would have made it faster in his internet era.
What? He'd have crushed this shit.
Yeah, he'd have
Man, he'd have crushed this shit.
Yeah, cause people would have thought he was playing, but he was really serious.
Man, the boy was dead serious, man.
They
I used to have to tell him, man. He used to have that little red Acura. We ride around. I used to have to tell him, nigga, man, you sure you want to do that like that, man? Me, him, Chaotic, and Lil Bub, B3. I was like, man, this nigga got his taco, man. Holla at the man. I used to tell Keanu, help the nigga. Keanu just be laughing. He gonna get it. He gonna get it. That nigga need to get it now, cause he trying to present his shit to the world. You know what I'm saying? As is.
I think that it'll turn up a little bit more. If I go into the Calliope, he just
the nigga ain't give a fuck.
He went back to the West Bank trying to make this Scottsdale the Calliope.
Man, the man tried to turn Scottsdale to the Calliope for real. I said, man, come on, cuz, bro.
Well, people don't want to pick history like they in history books of New Orleans, like
It definitely is. You know what I'm saying? They put in their own work. You heard me? They got it out the mud. I watched them dudes get it out the mud. They made niggas respect their mind. If you didn't, it was on some real get down and lay down shit.
Gotcha. So but I know you be reading the comments when you be doing these interviews and stuff like that.
Boy, it be funny as fuck.
So how you feel about people that be going against the things you say, but like, man, he ain't really from here. He from the West Bank, or like, I don't remember dude. I ain't seen dude, or other things like that.
You know how everybody right now saying, because it's a trend. I'm outside. Nigga like Jigg, like, bitch, I been outside. You heard me? Like, in the 90s, nigga, half you niggas was still sucking on your mama titty. You heard me? Crawling on the floor. You wasn't even walking. See what I'm saying? So how you supposed to know? And then a lot of shit that people speak on, this was so different with me because the way I was raised, my business ain't no news flash. So you ain't supposed to know who or what's what. You don't know who my pops is and my daddy out the Magnolia. You don't know who my mama is. My mama from Kennedy Heights. You see what I'm saying? So whatever went on in their household with them going to jail and the nigga happened to be here, there, or whatever, it is what it is. You wasn't supposed to, anything that involves my mama ain't gonna never come out. That's just my love and respect for her. You heard me? So when somebody say something, I had to learn, because I ain't gonna tell you no lie. When I first got out, the first interview, niggas was, I'm saying something to everybody. Like, yeah, bitch, you got me fucked up, boy. I don't owe no nigga no explanation, though. Nigga like, nah. Don't never, you know what I'm saying, reply back on the, I'm like, yeah, man, hold up, man. Niggas can't never discredit none of the shit I did, and I got more than 1 million niggas to vouch, even though I don't need them. I ain't never had to worry about a nigga stamping me or doing that, because I put in my own work. I paid my dues for me and a bunch of other niggas.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if the timeline is correct, but I'm gonna just say, for my knowledge,
yeah.
When you came home and we did the interview, you did the interview with Video Wayne, I just started seeing a whole bunch of people from uptown and different places start doing interviews on those topics.
Right.
Like, did you see the same thing?
A whole lot. I'm talking about a whole lot out of nowhere.
And like, in my mind, just me still always...
Gangsta wasn't even up like that then.
I'm still a firm believer that whatever happens in the streets, stay in the streets and never touch the internet. So I still be trying to stay away from a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff I wasn't even fucking outside for when it happened.
Man, I give this advice to anybody, you hear me? Because I'm always dropping jewels on niggas. Man, when y'all out here doing your networking, getting on these interviews or whatever, learn how to control an interview. Because I do a lot of work with Video Wayne and a couple other guys, you know what I'm saying? And niggas will call us and say, hey man, you could take that off of there or whatever. You know, nigga like me, I'm gonna always keep it 1,000, fuck 100. Fuck no, nigga. Bitch, you shouldn't have got on there and said that shit. You see what I'm saying? You dry snitching and talking to these people business or whatever. Then you realize after the fact what you done did, and nigga might want to get on your ass or whatever. Yeah, like they do a lot of goofy shit now. So yeah, I'm a messy, petty nigga too, you hear me? So I'm gonna put a nigga out there. I put a nigga on Front Street when it comes to that type of shit.
I ain't lying. When I be seeing a lot of those interviews, shout out Video Wayne, but I'm like, man, these dudes doing these interviews, they don't know that like these people got little cousins and different people like that that's
the people
basically slanging that bitch doing the same thing they big cousins do.
Man, the people got family members out here, man, that ain't going nowhere.
And you talking about, and you damn it like, I'm like rapping about it on the internet.
They got niggas making fake pages, everything, gonna say some shit. They know what you look like, you don't know what they look like.
Right.
Yeah, nigga, delete you quick.
Then I wouldn't think you would even, like, if you was in the streets of New Orleans, you know how wicked it is.
Right.
Like, for to come on the interview and say some things like that, like, This bitch already small. You gon' bump into who looking for you.
You gonna bump into niggas.
You just gotta be ready for when that happens.
But then at the same time too, I had to grow to learn that like they just got a bunch of niggas who ain't from here that just heard stories. Right. And you got inside niggas that done heard shit
and
too.
And you got people that's from New Orleans that moved for Katrina and never came back. And so, also running it
up to niggas, so they tapping in. Now, who's to say that nigga lying? He just lied to you. But if this your partner, your dog, you ain't expecting him to lie to you. But I won't be the one to tell y'all, hey, this nigga a motherfucking liar. You dig? So a lot of that get passed around too with the lies. And then some people just feel like, hey, motherfuckers don't know who I am, so I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. Some niggas just get on that bitch just to fuck with niggas. One of my partners, he get on everybody's shit, he just fuck with niggas. I just want to ruffle that nigga feathers, fuck that. I want to see how he gonna respond to it. He ain't gonna never see me. I'm like, man, stop fucking with the people, bitch.
So, like, and also the internet, it became like a big trend, like the Mac, you talk about, different things that happened back then. A lot of people were just running those Soy Slim episodes all the way to like different levels.
That's why I stopped. You see what I'm saying? Like, Lil Soldier tell you, like, we try to stay away from, it's so many people on a daily basis holler at me, and you know what I'm saying? I'm always keeping 1,000. Or they try to fuck with a nigga and be like, man, that's Soldier Slim people. And I'm like, man, I'm not kin to dude. That was my partner. You see what I'm saying? But if you got a little paper, I can plug you with his son. I can plug you up with Peaches. His real family members or whatever, but I'm not kin to dude or whatever. But that's just what they own. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nigga way in Baltimore be hitting me up, man. Nigga be in Seattle. They don't give a fuck. Like COG. Ooh. I'm like, man, it's SMG to the bone. That cutthroat shit was back in the gap. You know what I'm saying? All we gonna do is keep his name alive. Long live Soldier Slim.
We're gonna leave it right there.
Leave that right there.
BG just came home.
Yeah, man.
So, what's your funniest and craziest story of BG, man?
Hey, I kid you not. Cause I just got out the Fed, so I actually just seen this bitch like 2.5 years ago. He was getting shipped and I'm getting shipped. So I run into him in Oklahoma in transit or whatever. And we stayed up for like down there a day and a half drinking coffee, just epping out or whatever. They doing their thiggity. We just crack jokes and jokes off each other all night. You see what I'm saying? But homie ain't never really had no little funny episodes. Like he did some crazy shit one time before we both had got locked up. You know what I'm saying? Nigga go back and look at the Know Your Clap video when he had the cast on his hand. We had just pulled off, so we following each other, and nigga ran up on him and tried to rob that boy. And that bitch grabbed a gun, and that bitch shot him in the arm, you know what I'm saying? I said, that bitch just tore up.
I think he said that in like a little documentary, like, yeah, he tried to take the gun from a nigga.
He said, shit, G, bitch. I seen him at the gas station, I was like, what the fuck? That shit, man, I wasn't about to let that bitch give me. I'm like, shit, ain't nobody about to let nigga get nobody, but damn, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, you quick on your feet.
Really hard in the streets.
Man, the hard in the streets like a motherfucker, man. Heart too big at that time. That bitch that crazy. I would have let a nigga did it by, because at the same time, shit, we can get that shit again. I've been robbed a couple of times. I ain't tripping.
And speaking on that, everybody just on the internet and everybody who was in the streets just feel like they be trying to paint the picture so real. Everybody will be too real. Like, sometimes you can get got. Sometimes you get robbed. Sometimes you get caught slipping.
Man, you ain't the baddest nigga, man. There's always another nigga badder. And, hey, this new generation would have fuck cleaned over our generation. We had more respect. We was more time. We was some big timers. We chasing money. Them niggas don't give a fuck.
Right. And I always tell, especially if I can run across like a younger, like, how you just said respect, like, back in the day, somebody might let you pass if some old people outside, their mama outside. Right. Nah, shit, nigga might hit you and your mama. And I don't know about other cities, but New Orleans,
man, they like give a fuck about your mama.
But just this year, they said over like 40 women got killed.
Like they dogging them, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen no name, but old girl off of Broad. You hear me? They hit her up. I'm on my way to my studio. And I'm like, damn. In my mind, I'm thinking she got caught up on some shit with a nigga or whatever, and they were like, no, they wanted her. Like, they hit that bitch 10 times. I'm like, damn, they doing that out shit now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hit a motherfucker 10 times, bitch, you really want to get him, you know what I'm saying? I know if I do it, I'm
and you know, like, I see on the internet, you know, everybody, like, you know, it was an old law, like, you know, like, women and kids used to get, like, a pass. So, like, how do you feel about that?
It's just, it's a little too disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? I blame our generation, you heard me? Because they did a whole lot of sunning these niggas, putting them under their wing, and wasn't teaching them niggas shit. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't want a bunch of flunkies around me, or crash dummies, because that shit could get me fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't giving them niggas the game and telling them, man, this is how you gotta be. You know what I'm saying? Principles, morals, you gotta be a stand-up nigga. You know what I'm saying? More than anything, you gotta be a man of respect. They ain't teaching them niggas that shit. You heard me? They just letting them see the and if whatever, man, anybody, you can't get who closer to him, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? I done seen plenty of situations like that. And a nigga after somebody, you hear me? And then he's seeing with his girl and his kids and like, but you gonna catch you on a rebound. He ain't about to just, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bitch, you out of there, you in the tree, everybody. And it just don't make no sense to it. I really blame our generation.
And like when I think about that, I'm like, dang. But a lot of people probably wouldn't be like living if they played it like that back in the 90s. Like if they just sprayed the old car, and a lot of people wouldn't actually been here to like speak and do different things but like now it's like the blind leading the blind.
Most definitely.
And like
they in competition, bro.
And like, you know, but they paint this bad picture about the East, but they just threw everybody to the East. Like I remember going to the East when I was young. You just knew where to go. You knew where to go. You
stay in the East.
Yeah, like you knew what hood is hood. Like you know the Goose, Bunker Hill, Tower Lane, Sky. You knew certain places. You used to go to Eastover and feel like you was rich. Nah, you wouldn't even want to live in Eastover.
Nah.
Eastover, like, man, that's like living in Woodmill on the West Bank right now. Like, that was good. Now you fool around getting carjacked in Woodmill.
I used to stay in Kernet Court. I'd park my truck and walk all through that bitch, everywhere. Now you can't do none of that. When I do slide, like if I come to the East to meet Gardner and holler at any of my people that's out there, yeah, we on the move. We run every light on Chef and every fucking where else because nigga hit my phone when I pull up and he's like, bitch, you still sitting at the light for? Everybody ran that bitch. The police was on the side. They still ran that bitch.
True story. Last Friday when the police, me and the police ran the light.
That nigga ain't.
It was normal. The police don't even sit at the light.
Man, the police scared too, man. There ain't nothing but a few of them bitches. Like, man, look, we ain't.
True story. Hey, when he ran, I ran into it. Like, well, he
I fuck with the job, but you know what I'm saying? It's enough to get me killed. You ain't paying that much.
It ain't worth it.
Nah, man.
So like, far as like the state of New Orleans right now, do you feel like do you see any change? Far as the violence and everything like that?
A little bit, yeah. They slacking up like in the last couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on the newspaper and watching the news. They slacking up more than what they was doing, but for some reason, carjacking is just at its all-time high.
And that's in every city though. If Houston and Atlanta like bad too.
Yeah, they going crazy. Hey, it kind of fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? Kid you not, like 6 weeks ago, nigga just stole my Tahoe.
It's real, huh?
It's real. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's them y'all, somebody can't get in their way, man. That with insurance for, yeah, woo. And that business, man, but this the world we living in. This was happening out here, you know.
And speaking on that, you know, just having insurance and call the police. That's why I say some people just be too hard. Like, you know, just let people pass. Like, if you want to call that bad, like, long as a person ain't harming your life, just let it go. But like, the biggest thing is, I think in New Orleans we have a fair play attitude that people don't speak about.
I mean,
like, nobody wants a fair play.
They feel played about anything. Like, literally. Let me tell you what all that come from, homie. It's always gonna be pride. And niggas feel shame in front of. It's like calling a nigga out on his shit in front of somebody. You see what I'm saying? So anything you do that's out the ordinary or what he used to or how he rock, he feel played. I don't give a fuck what it is. Don't ask that nigga nothing out the way or nothing in front of bitch or nothing. It no matter what it was. The nigga can owe you money. He with his bitch say you got the $100 on you? That nigga gonna play with me like, bitch, I want my money. Don't worry about you and your people, but it's just that simple. You could bump a nigga. Nigga can be looking at you too long. You be like, shit, what you on, son?
And I'm gonna tell you this. I got put out of treehouse 3 years ago for my own birthday party. But I'm gonna say this.
You got put out of treehouse?
I'm gonna tell you. So look, basically, it's kind of what you're saying, but basically, sometimes people might, like, it's a new world, so the internet, everybody feel like they know you. Nah. So basically, I'm talking to somebody, and dude, like, already must felt the way about me. So him and his partner on sides, he like, oh, internet ass nigga, such and such.
Damn.
So I done flashed out on the liquor, like, man, I'll beat both of y'all up. And all I knew, I was in a full Nelson, but it just show you that sometimes when you get into somebody already got it. Somebody already got it against you already. You just don't know it yet. Are you just ain't pushed that right button yet? Like a lot of times people already got it.
I tell my artists them that. You know what I'm saying? When you pursuing this music or whatever, like, hey, my nigga, everybody ain't gonna like you.
You don't even know you hit somebody, bitch. Like, a lot of people ain't feelings over there, but you don't know. You be
talking to a nigga baby mama.
Yeah, you know.
You could be talking to a bitch that nigga won't, and
you
wind up
getting her face too long, he mad.
Yeah. You pulling up, man, they have been separated 2 years. What that nigga doing over here?
Still want kill you.
Still want kill you.
That's like...
He hang back there in that hood just to see who go by a baby mama house so he can feel some type of way.
So I ask this question to a lot of people. I'm going to ask you.
Oh, shit.
So, what you think is the worst? For a female to fuck with your partner or your op?
Ooh. My op. Reason why I say that because that's like going against the grain. That's almost like setting me up. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm that nigga and you mess with my op, you see what I'm saying? It's obviously he got something that you after, a homie, a big stupid trick, so bitch you'll do anything for money. So if a nigga up some bread, you'll set me up for him. You know what I'm saying? Or bitch gonna use what she got. On top of nigga always wanna give nigga some pussy. You know, niggas these days weak for, nice asses and titties or a pretty face or whatever. And the op probably sent him over there to get you. Yeah, and now you got. But one of my partners, I wouldn't give a damn. Shit. Knock that bitch booty off her body. For real.
So I got this question for
What's
you.
down?
Man. So basically, I got this question about the respect level, because you grew up in the Magnolia too. Like, why you think the internet don't show love and like respect able to true legend like he is, because he was the hot boy, and I'm talking about hot boy Turk. Like, why you think they make memes and play on him like he wasn't a part of this? I'm like legacy.
I don't know, man. Like, Turk will tell you himself. You see what I'm saying? Turk was like one of the quiet ones back in the Gap. But he was sneaky. You see what I'm saying? He did his own thing. So just because he wasn't wide open like the rest of them, they considered him the weakest link. But when it's time to show out, he gonna show up and show out on that mic. You see what I'm saying? They can say what they want about him, but you play any verse from that guerrilla warfare that he was on, niggas is rapping that bitch word for word. Some of me had the hardest verse, you know what I'm saying? Even though I was a huge fan of Juve, and not just because that's my partner, but a lot of people leaned on him, I guess because he didn't follow up like everybody else did, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like on no type of kiss ass thing or whatever, but it's an uptown thing, man. So you got a lot of people chain connected. You see what I'm saying? Baby was more closer to BG for other reasons that motherfuckers don't know about. Same thing with Wayne. Turk's situation was different.
Right. So, speaking on Juvenile, if the legend he is, he just had one hell of a year. But I'm going to say, I think before that, every the internet thing he just did with every Tiny Desk ever made it fresh, I don't think the world gave Juvenile the credit he deserves. Like,
nah, they did.
Like, back that ass up.
And he just getting
so more than any record I seen, like, ever. They still, like, back that ass up and still a hit to this day.
I salute Juve, bro, because he just not getting his flowers. Just now, like these last 2 years. He just not getting his flowers, and homie been on ice water for a long time.
Shout out Juve. You know what's so funny about Juve? Juve told me we gonna do the interview right before the pandemic, huh?
Man.
He started Juve Tuesday right before the pandemic, right? While the pandemic shut the world down that Wednesday, I was at Juve Tuesday that Tuesday. Now every time I catch Juve at Juve Tuesday, he be lit already, so I can't even tell about that story. But we gotta get an interview soon. But I always think about, I say that he just told me, man, we gonna get the interview. The world shut down the following day.
Damn, that's crazy.
I think the world shut down on the Wednesday. I'll tell you, I went to Juve Tuesday, and they was already talking about the coronavirus, but they really shut the world. Like, everything just went to a halt.
They ain't think that people were gonna hit like it's hit. But we in jail. We ain't think we were gonna hit like it was gonna hit. They shut every fucking thing down. Now niggas like, God damn. You can't even go to the
But
child.
that actually remind me of Key West. I remember being in Key West the night before Katrina was coming. Like,
we were thugging.
And like people don't take that serious till it really like hit the news.
Real people. We looking at people like scary ass motherfuckers. They evacuating and getting the fuck. We ain't seen no news or nothing. We just heard there's a hurricane coming.
Right.
Fuck all that. But in our mindset, bitch, we already went bought our fit. We ready. This is what we do. We be a kin of Key West. We about to go do our thing at it. So I'm calling all my people, my partner. We in that thing. Man, I did not know that storm was gonna hit like that there, boy. I'm talking about, man, I had 13 foot of water in my shit.
But this the crazy part is, this is the story that nobody tells for the Hurricane Katrina stories and all that.
What that?
The reason why people didn't leave is they don't want to say it. But a year prior to Katrina, they had a Hurricane George came. And George was supposed to be big as hell, and it didn't come.
Motherfucking thing.
And people spent money traveling.
Fuck their head up.
Yeah, people left. People spent money on hotels and stuff like that. Man, so when Katrina came,
man, the people was getting everything, man. Generators, lights, batteries. I'm talking about the whole nine. Some of them just packed their families up. They getting hotels for weeks. They spent a lot of bread, and then ain't nothing happen. Man, them people hot as a fucking 6-shooter. So when they say Katrina coming, we looking at that bitch like, man, that bitch ain't really do nothing. Man, that bitch down there knocked this bitch off the map.
But truly, like, you know, people want to blame it with the levees, but Katrina really messed a lot of houses up too, by itself. But breaking the levees just added more fuel to the fire. But a lot of people had no house before the levees broke.
It definitely did.
And because Katrina was that powerful.
It did it, by. A lot of people don't be paying attention to, and this outside the city, but for whatever reason, all the hurricanes be fucking LaPlace up.
Yeah.
Man, be flipping that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Water, that bitch a bull.
One of my sons stay out there, you see what I'm saying? So I'm making my business anytime anything coming, hey, yeah, y'all can get the fuck out of there. But they be flipping that bitch. I'm talking about them bitches just laying somewhere over there. Even if it's just a little small tornado, that bitch gonna do a diddy bop over there.
But I'm making more controversy in this interview. It's I'm like, it's that been 20 years ever since Katrina hit?
Mm-hmm.
If another hurricane hit and knock the levees, we still ain't prepared.
Fuck no. Some of the motherfuckers still gonna stay. I'm hoping something do hit, you know what I'm saying?
Floating again, huh?
Well, I'm on paper, but I'm getting the fuck. You know, I can't go past state line, I'm tweaking. But they say for hurricane, we can get the fuck.
But I was just watching, shout out the Cut Boys, man. You know, the Calliope and the Cut Boys.
Yeah, I fuck with the Cut Boys.
I fuck with him too, man. So there was the city of New Orleans was investigating so much stuff, but the hurricane hit and knocked all the paperwork out. So I just saw something that they say New Orleans got the backup now, just in case. And the levees break again. They got the hard drives this time. So if they investigate you, they gonna come and get you this time.
Damn.
But last time it wasn't prepared. So
at all
the papers got worse. So if you had tickets, all that shit just vanished for years. And That's kind of like the pandemic. Like people wasn't expecting it.
That bitch cleaned everybody records. Nigga had a fresh start.
Nigga, it's still we gonna get some more records.
What? Nigga billing credit and everything, man. You don't owe nothing no more. All that gone. Shit.
Child support.
Man, all that was gone, man. It knocked like about 55 off my shit. And I had the money to pay. I just wasn't paying. Fuck it.
And so are you still on child support right now?
A real? Yeah. That's why I'm waiting on the next hit. See if we can pull something off.
Like, you know, and speaking on that, you know, I got this, you know, I saw this on the internet. They say, man, but it's meant for black men to fail. Because it was like, only in America is, well, but if a black woman can't afford to take care of her kids, she get assistance. If a black man falls short or go to jail or can't take care of his kids, he go to jail or get on or like owe a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and like, you know, they have a lot of baby daddies who don't do shit, but there's baby daddies who do stuff
right
and still fall victim because they don't want to be with the woman. So like, how you feel about, you know, just the whole situation of?
I don't know, cause I watched too many cases like that with, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers don't want to be bothered with the child if the woman don't want to be bothered with her. Vice versa.
Yeah, vice versa.
You see what I'm saying? So I ain't taking up for no bitches or no niggas. You dig? But it ain't made no sense. You have some of them that do the little good co-parent and shit, but some of them just can't stand to be around each other. So, and then you gotta understand, see when you split up with a motherfucker, everything you hear about to come out. So now he or she even more pissed off with you than what they were before. Bitch, I knew you were woo 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 woo. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they about to go hard in the paint on you. Child support and every motherfucking thing else she could do to get you fucked up, or he could do to fuck over you. Cause they got them niggas doing some whole ass shit too now, so they can't take nobody's side. They making it bad for real niggas like myself. Yeah,
so, you know, being in a real different thing like that, ain't going in and out of jail, and like still to this day, you are like in your kid's life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, do you have any regrets of like, you know, like how your kids was raised?
As far as on my end, you know what I'm saying? As far as the Josephs, because like when I came home this time, I actually got all of them together and we sat down and ate and shit. And I got all of them to tell me, you know what I'm saying, without worrying about how I felt, how it affected you with me being in prison 7 years and 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, my junior, Lil Justin, he took that shit to heart. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, Joshon, she took it a little bit, but she let it blow over. Me and my son still like, cause you miss my highlights. I had to hear from my Jack in the pen that, you know what I'm saying? He playing football for West Jeff. Nigga scored a touchdown, whatever. Justin McKidd, woo, you heard me? So I'm like, damn, I can't get mad with that man. I fucked that up. I wasn't there for home, you know what I'm saying? I feel bad about that part of the game. Cause it wasn't about all the money I was spending on them when they come with me. It was the timing. Missing graduation, you know what I'm saying? Father Daughter Day, Father Sunday, anything that they had going on, any highlight, the prom, graduation, any of that. That fucked them up with me missing that. I regret that.
People always, you know, speak on different situations, but they don't speak on those topics. Like, you know, if the things you do in the streets could really like affect your kids.
Like a motherfucker.
And also, sometimes things you did in the street can actually come back to haunt your kids.
For real.
And people don't think about that.
Especially if you grow up to be just like you. Because I grew up being just like my daddy. Not even knowing. I followed every piece of footsteps, so I was praying that mine didn't do the same thing, especially after 3 Josephs. Because they going to feel, I made it look like it was cool to go to jail. I ain't come back no different. There's a lot of niggas be fucked up coming from prison or whatever, so I came back like I ate that shit and boom. So I don't never want my sons to feel like, shit, my daddy did it, fuck that.
I personally grew up knowing I didn't want to be nothing like my daddy. I saw my mama shoot my daddy. Like, Hey, like my mama was the first person I seen shoot somebody. That's like, you know, everybody got a story. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, mama was a gangster though.
And the crazy part is you killed my mama.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mama was a gangster. I had to tell you, like, for her, she been like that.
Like she's a whole different person. That's why I be like telling people when you meet her, she's smiling out.
She's a sweet lady. But when you hear the shit she did, you be like, I know she ain't do that shit. I piss her off if you want.
It's the reason why she rolling solo.
Like a dog. No friends.
So, you know, you've been home now. You know you're doing music now, and it's like a different game. Now, you know you got to put a lot of stuff on the internet and everything like that. You know you gotta brand yourself different. It ain't the same as it was. Like now, I can really ask you this question because you've been home. What do you enjoy most about it, and what do you hate about it?
I hate the lack of support. As far as the city go or whatever, like I have so many outside people and inside that call me I'm a legend to them. That's what they say. Don't call me a legend if you ain't gonna respect me like one. If you ain't gonna support me like one. You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm a legend to you, then I help pave the way for the new motherfuckers who rapping now. You know what I'm saying? So when you got something going on or doing music, man, nigga don't support that shit. Nigga don't support that shit. They wait till you get up and out or actually doing your thing, and then here come everybody. You heard me? Shit, I treated that shit like prison. Man, I ain't hear from a lot of motherfuckers when I was locked up. But as soon as I got a year to the door, everybody out of nowhere. Bitch, where y'all was the other 6 years? Man, you don't move around? That's the same thing with music. Now they see a nigga got a following in the buzz, you know what I'm saying? Man, let me get an SMG shirt. Man, let me come with the campaign. Man, my so-and-so or this, that, let me get a feature, let me get a... Nah, nigga. I don't even want a nigga help right now. On nothing, I got this year. Because everybody won't ride the wave. Everybody won't be a part of the motion.
I ain't gonna lie to you, you hit the ground running. Like, I saw you coming home, and you was asking me questions, but you still hit the ground running. So I can give you a salute. Like, you did what you did. You even tapped in with the youth and everything.
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I can tell somebody, like, there's no excuses.
Nah, it's really not.
And I'm going to say this while we on the interview.
What's that?
This my cousin. And I don't give him free promo, so you know I ain't giving nobody no free promo. And he curse me out every time.
Hey, if this bitch wasn't my cousin, I'd shoot the fuck out of his ass. You heard me? But it's an understanding and knowing that this is business. You see what I'm saying? I would never go to that man and ask him for no free promo or this, that, and the third. Just like he wouldn't do it vice versa with me. And people like to separate that. I got two of my cousins under my label. So when we rocking and doing what we doing, I tell her, hey, take that family shit out of there. Because us being family ain't got fuck to do with SMG. You see what I'm saying? I take my company real serious.
It's business.
That's a business, my nigga. So handle your business. If you can't deal with it like that, then you might need to move around.
And but shout out to them cousins, because I was at Juvie Tuesday. I've been knowing this dude, my cousin, my whole life. He's sitting on the side of me. Shout out Mooney. I used to know about Mooney, grandma house and everything.
Yeah, man. And shout out Mooney.
And boy, Mooney said, "Oh, how you my cousin?" The whole time you got a picture with my mom.
Yeah, man.
So that's funny.
I went through the same thing because when I come home, they were rocking with King Mike. You know what I'm saying? So then we had a family gathering and all of them there. And my mom, that's your cousin, yeah. You know from, I'm like, man, no, that ain't them little boys, man. Like, yes, that is.
The crazy part is a dude saw me in the studio. They shout out Conrad.
Yeah.
So I was just telling him a story when I was in the studio. I'm like, man, they told me about me being in Bunch Village. I didn't know it was called Bunch Village back in the day. Right. I just knew my grandma brought me by her sister.
In Bunch Village, yeah.
It belonged to live. Irene.
Auntie Irene.
Yeah. But I didn't know it was called Bunch Village. I just thought Freddy Cougar lived back there because I used to always see Elm Street.
Elm Street, right.
So that's all I remember. But he was like, yeah, man, we all people. I'm like, but I haven't been there since I was like 10 years old, but I remember the name Mooney and Ant.
Hey, know what was crazy? And this was before I found out that they were killing me. 12 was staying with me, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace at 12 o'clock. I used to bring 12 over there all the time. You see what I'm saying? And we'll go back there and serve. I'm serving my own cousins and shit. I never knew that.
Dang, that's crazy.
I said, damn. It's like, yeah, man, you used to come back there. Hey, Mooney don't forget shit. Mooney remember everything. Jelly don't remember as much because he a little younger. But Mooney don't forget shit. You see what I'm saying? And he like real life kin to us.
Well, I know now. And the more you look at it, well, he actually look like you. Yeah, you can tell the resemblance and everything.
Nigga like, man, you got Dude Rock on you. I was like, man, that's like my real family. So I be telling them when we be rocking it, like, hey, man, don't go against the grain, bro. Just be 1,000, bro. As much as you can be, because shit, I can't even fall out with none of them.
That's your real blood.
That's my real blood. And they always say don't never mix family with business. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to Moon and JL, Cocaine. Twisted because they holding it down, and that's my family. You see what I'm saying? SMG in the building.
And y'all make it look strong like a movement, because you don't really see movements anymore like that no more. Like you just
nah,
see like
I get a lot of people salute me
because you see like rappers look individual now. You don't see really movements like that.
Like it's literally 12 people in my camp, and you know what I'm saying. Some of them working, some of them doing their thing, some of them be with their family. It's just everybody always got options. You see what I'm saying? You never want to take that from a person. I ain't put them niggas under my wing. I put them on side me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a great leader, so I want them to be able to be put in a position to have their own shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we do. When it's time, we move as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lil Winter Rider and T, you heard me, because they rocking like a cut-off stocking, man. So when I make the phone call, you know, Mooney the manager, he take care of all the business. When it come to that, look, man, this what it is. Hit them up, woo, 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 and they coming out. They already know. Don't show up without that SMG gift. That's law. I ain't even got no more clothes. That's all I got. I gave all my clothes away, man. SMG to the bone, man. Stop Music Group.
Gotcha. So tell the world, I'm like, what's next for you?
I really want to be an A&R, bro. I kid you not. Like, it took me a long time to figure this out, bro, but it made me feel good to help people. It makes no sense to having all this knowledge, wisdom, and this experience, and have been through all the shit you've been through, and then you can't help no motherfucking body. So that mean a lot to me, so I like helping niggas. So I'm in all this development right now with my team, you know what I'm saying? Helping other people. I'm helping people inside my circle and outside my circle at the same time. So for anybody who serious about their craft and they need some help or some pointers, man, scream, because this is what it's hitting for me right now. You know what I'm saying? We got the SMG project. I got Cocaine project we're working on. I got JL's project I'm working on. Live with the Rider project I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? I got Annie project we're working on. I even got a Neo Soul artist, you know what I'm saying? Kiva Holiday, I'm helping her work on her project and Holiday Soul. So I'm working with a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what I like to do. I really get that from Fiend, because Fiend used to damn near mentor a nigga. I used to watch him help a lot of people, including me, so I followed them same footsteps, because he was always a good dude and he was always fair, so that's the type of nigga I am too. You know what I'm saying? So look for a whole lot from SMG, man. Start Music Group. Yeah.
Gotcha. Last but not least, tell the world, I'm like, what can they find you on social media and everywhere else?
Oh, man, you can follow me on Instagram, Jigg_SMG3. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can check me out on my YouTube channel, Jigg Starter Troop. I'm a little bit everywhere, man. I'm on all platforms, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Jigg Star. You can't miss me, man. I'm going to make it to where you can't miss me. You could just go on YouTube and type in Jigg Star and everything going to pop up. And we can roll from there. Believe that.